Good morning and welcome to episode 3 of Tribe News with me, Chris Kolbe. It's great to have you again on yet another great show starting at 11 thereabout at GMT plus 2. Good to have you fellow entrepreneurs and business people with us on the show today. So coming up on the show, things to look forward to, some general fun news, Tribe News and what's new. And we're going to be chatting to copywriter Matthew Iola to find out more about him and his new product, Your Story blog post, and also most importantly, how to pronounce his surname correctly for a change. So you might be asking, what is Explore ProTech? Well, it's a completely unique global business network, and good news, we are looking for you to join us. So we're currently looking for great new tribe members to join us. And the thing is there's only 25 new seats open. So they are limited. So now's the time to jump on it. Don't wait for it. You need to find that perfect tribe for you. And I promise you, contact Explore ProTech as soon as possible. All the links are here. There's the YouTube channel, links to the website. Just make contact with Christine and Peter and find out more and see how you can join this fast-growing business network of economic warriors. See, everybody needs a really good tribe and people behind them, and we're all working together to make business happen and grow. We all need it, especially when we look at the news. So once again, as always, a nice challenge to go find some fun, good news to share with everyone, because if you switch on any news channel, well, yeah, it's not looking good. And I really had to scrape the barrel on this one, and unfortunately, I do have to mention it. Here in South Africa, we are now on lockdown level 4. So we can't buy adult juice, if you know what I mean, only for sale to persons over the age of 18, drink responsibly. Also, restaurants are being closed down, public gatherings. You know, we're in our 3rd wave at the moment. Things are serious. It's going to happen for the next 2 weeks. So everybody is taking a huge knock at the moment. And you know, again, you need a tribe to help you and support you through this time. And something else that I picked up in the news, and it's linked to this. So I went from negative into a positive. Hear me out. So embracing your darker mood may actually make you feel happier in the long run. So you could just go, well, this really sucks. I'm not happy. I'm sad by it. It's upset me, whatever the case may be. Because this is according to new research that's been done. It was conducted at the UC Berkeley University, it's in America somewhere, America land. And it shows a link between emotional acceptance and psychological health in more than 1,300 adults. And the results have suggested that people who commonly resist acknowledging their darkest emotions or judge them harshly can end up feeling more psychologically stressed. In contrast, those who generally allow such bleak feelings as sadness, disappointment, and resentment to run their course reported fewer mood disorder symptoms than those who critique them or push them away even after 6 months, which actually makes a whole lot of sense. I don't think that's massively, groundbreaking research if you think about it, because, well, at the end of the day, if you embrace things, then they don't stick around for much longer. So that really works out quite well. If you've ever watched the movie Inside Out or haven't watched it yet, I'd highly recommend it. The whole topic is around there. So again, I don't think it's massively groundbreaking, but good to keep in mind. Then we're all obviously looking to the stars, and there's always been lots of hype around Mars and Mars rovers. I didn't know this, but China, they've sent a rover to the Red Planet this year. It's called Zhurong. My Mandarin or Cantonese is not very good, but it's brought Mars a suite of scientific instruments, including a weather station, ground-penetrating radar, and a laser spectroscopy, say that 5 times fast, device for blasting rocks apart to measure their mineral content. And it also has a deployable Wi-Fi camera, and you can view the first footage and sounds from when it drove onto the planet, which is really cool. You can actually see it driving on. You can just search for it on YouTube, China Mars rover, and you'll pick it up. And the interesting thing about this is scientists say they can analyze the environment on Mars from these sound recordings as well, which I think is pretty cool. They talk about environmental density and all kinds of funny things, but that's really, really cool. So go check that out. And some good, I'd say, environmental news, and something I didn't think was possible. Making of fake silk. Now, hear me out. So what scientists have done is they've mimicked how a spider spins silk at room temperature at an Oxford University. and created a high-performance biodegradable textile that is 1,000 times more efficient than current methods for making man-made fabrics, which emit tons of carbon. So this is really good for the environment. The secret to a spider's ability to create silk lies with their spinnerets. It's a specialized organ that turns liquid silk gel within the spider's abdomen into a solid thread, which is really, really cool. The company has created a process to spin textile fibers from a liquid gel at room temperature with water, biodegradable textile fibers as the only outputs. So that's kind of cool, something new. You get to learn something new every day. Moving on to our tribe news for today. Eva Forojan's message of hope for this week. It's just been loaded onto the YouTube channel, by the way. Go and subscribe. She recorded it from a forest where she was connecting with nature, and a really cool message about taking a look and taking a break and finding that clarity. We're also busy with so many deadlines and things we've got to do and how we're going to improve and make things better and all of that. And it's a great message of hope. We'll say, sometimes you just got to really slow it down and think things through, and kind of helps with working smart, not hard. The latest episode of Tribe News, which was last week, in case you missed it, you can catch that as well. And then the coffee shop conversation from this last Friday about don't do it alone. There's some really nice tips there, which I'll be chatting about shortly, as well as the last global online speed networking event that was held on the 18th of June. So go check out those highlights. And then other good news on the YouTube channel, we've reached over 300 subscribers. Whoop, whoop. So onto the next milestone for the channel. And remember, subscribe while you're here. Events to look forward to. The next global online speed networking event is on the 18th of July, 2021. Make sure you get your tickets. There is a link down below in the description on how you can get a ticket to join us for that. And something that's coming very soon, very excited about this, a women's high tea event that you do not want to miss. Rita from Coaching with Heart is arranging this event. I'll be sharing some details with you very, very soon. Some new blog posts on the Explore ProTech website, and the links again in the description. Networking Tuesday, Catch a Rising Star by Nastine Buerta. P with Glee Part 2 by Linda Dent. As I said last week, P, it's not the kind of P you think. It's people plus empower equals achieve. Very, very cool blog post. And 4 things all business owners can relate to by Matthew Piola. We're going to find out from Matthew. It's going to put me out of my misery on how to pronounce his surname in a short while. All right, the coffee shop show. What is it? Well, every Friday we get together 1 p.m. GMT plus 2, and our tribe members come together and get asked questions around a specific theme, and everybody shares their skills and knowledge around it and answers your questions for you. And it's a great resource to find out information and to connect with other people within business. So make sure you join us on Friday for the coffee shop show. Last week we did Don't Do It Alone, as I mentioned earlier. And there's some really great advice on navigating these tough times and finding a tribe that is right for you. It's a theme that just keeps coming out and about. Everything I read, everything I come across is go find your tribe. We all need that tribe to help us get through things. So it's really good advice on there, as well as some great networking tips on how you can how to connect with people and do some networking and how to do that intro and all of those things. So coming up this Friday, the theme's a very, very cool one. I'm very passionate about this topic, so I'm super excited. Business Basics 101. Sometimes when things are going a little bit rough, we really need to go back to those absolute basics to get things right. So make sure you catch the coffee shop show this Friday, 1 p.m. GMT plus 2. All right, so members here are making waves, and we're all working really, really hard. All the tribe members are got some amazing new projects that are in the pipeline, and we're going to be sharing some of those details soon. But the one I'd like to highlight again, Rita Skuman from Coaching with Heart is arranging this very special Women's Day high tea event. All of those details will be shared soon. And a couple new items on the shop. Also, links down below. Your Story blog post done by Matthew Piola. We're going to be chatting to Matthew shortly about that and finding out more. Then we've just loaded Biz Talks with me, Chris Kolbe. Very cool little platform. If you're struggling to create and generate great video content, not used to presenting, want an opportunity to share your story, your business's story, because we know sharing those stories is very important, then definitely go check it out. So the links to those products are on the description down below. And the next global online speed networking event is on the 18th of July, as I mentioned. So go book your tickets now. You don't want to miss out on that. So as promised, we're going to be chatting to Matthew now, and looking forward to finding out a few things. Good morning, Matthew. How are you?
Hi, Chris. I am very, very fine. I have to tell you, I thought I was a fast talker until I started hearing you speak. Man, I can't keep up.
I try. Lots of information to squeeze into a short space of time. But Matthew, please do me a favor. Put me out of my misery. How do you pronounce your surname, man?
All right. So the first thing you have to know is you're actually doing pretty well. You are doing better than 70% of non-Nigerians who try to pronounce my surname. So, pat yourself on the back. You're doing well. So it's actually Iola.
Iola.
Yeah, Iola. So the O there is kind of like you're saying or, like this or that. So it's Iola. Yeah.
Iola. All right. From henceforth, I will get your surname correct. Matthew Iola is joining us this morning. And Matthew, before we find out more about your latest product on the shop, tell us a bit more about yourself. You're in Nigeria, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm in the beautiful country of Nigeria. I'm a freelance copywriter, and I really, really, love copywriting, mostly because it helps me to tell people stories. But since lockdown, I've been able to meet such amazing people from all over the world that I never would have met if it weren't for Zoom and everybody having to work from their desks, like a beautiful fast talker like you, who is only beginning to learn how to pronounce my name. So yeah, I love writing for people and I love meeting people, which is actually what my new product is about. It's a combination of those two things, writing for businesses and meeting businesses. So I'd like to lead the conversation before I jump in and talk more about it.
No, that's perfect. You've got the hook in there. I want to find out more. So you say it's about how to write blog posts and connect with new people. If we do this course with you, what are we going to learn?
Yeah, okay. So it's not really a course. It's more like a product. And what I love about it is, so if I wanted to do business with you as a business owner to a business owner, and I was having a conversation with you for the first time, one of the things I'd want you to know is my expertise, my experience, all the value I offer. But I want to do that in a way that I'm not just talking about myself, because networking is about you trying to get to know the other person, what they need, and finding the best way to provide value for them, And so it gets a little tricky. And we were talking about this a little bit on our coffee shop last week, where if you want to network with people, you want to find the best way to do it without coming across too strong, but you also want to be able to communicate your expertise. So that's basically the service I'm offering. I'm offering it to mostly small business owners because, if I'm being honest, we need it the most. And what it is me having a 30-minute to 1 hour conversation with you. You're going to tell me all about what you do, all the things you've accomplished in your career, either working in the company or as an individual business owner. And I'm going to take all of that information and condense it into a blog post or a case study. And the value of this is that anybody who reads it will get a lot of value from your experience. They get to know what you do, which is something that you want them to know, but also they get to get a lot of information about how they can help their businesses. So the blog post is not just me saying, okay, Chris is awesome, Chris is a fast talker, Chris is a wizard at marketing. I'm also telling them how they can develop those skills so that they can also host their own news shows, or they can improve their own marketing. So yeah, it's basically me trying to tell you a story in a way that other readers will be able to empathize. And one of the first products I did for this is for a great man called Peter Inkstein. You know him, everybody in the tribe knows him. Peter is a bit of a dark horse, and when I first met Peter, I thought he was a very larger than life person, but he actually turns out to also be very compassionate. He loves people, he loves networking, he loves helping people. And, having that conversation with him really helped me to see that. And I wrote a fantastic blog post that he loves. Everybody who's ever read it loves it. And it just shows all the shades of Peter. You see the entrepreneur, you see the strong, capable leader, but you also see the man who cares about people and networking. And so when you read that article, you know everything that Peter can do for your business, and you know everything that he has done so far, So yeah, that's it.
I love it, and I understand perfectly now. Thank you for explaining to us. Long story short, if you're looking for a group like me, I'm really good at talking, right? But I'm dyslexic. I can't write. I can write spoken copy, but I can't write copy. So in my case, then what works really well is to contact you, have the chat with you. I can express from my side what my story is, and you put it together in beautiful words and copywriting that I can then use to share my story about who I am. Because as we know in marketing, you share your story, it's all about the story and the why, and that's what people want to hear and know about.
Yeah, and the most important thing about this is whoever reads it is reading a story. They're not just reading a list of things that Chris Kolbe can do. They're reading a story of how you've come over the years, and they're going to walk away from that story with value. They're going to get some tips on how they can use what you offer to improve their business. So even if they don't end up working with you, they've still left better than they met your blog post, which is fantastic.
And everything, all the boxes ticked. Matthew, thank you. We ran out of time, but guys, the link is down here. Go and purchase your blog story, your story blog post with Matthew Iola and he will be in contact and he'll help you share your story in a great, relatable way. Thank you very, very much, Matthew. And also, Matthew's written a whole lot of blog posts on the website. So if you want to go check out his copywriting and his skills, there's loads of blog posts by him. Just search on the website and you'll find great examples of his work. So go and buy. Link is down below in the description. And in a blink of an eye, that's a wrap on Tribe News for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching on the YouTube channel. Remember, subscribe, click on the links below. Check out the Explore ProTech website. There's 25 seats still open. So contact Nastine and Peter and get yourself on board. You could be our next Tribe member, and I could be chatting to you on Tribe News with your latest products or news or the waves that you're making within the tribe. Have a fantastic day. Stay warm, stay safe. And we'll see you again next week, Wednesday. That's 11 o'clock GMT +2. Cheers for yours.